Alright, so let's go through 2.28b. So by that, I'm referring to the part that says at t equals 2 seconds, what are the coordinates of the particle that passes through the point 0, 4 at t is equal to 0? So they're still referring to the equation that says that v is equal to ai plus bj, and a is still 2 meters per second, and b is 1 second to the negative 1. But now, the equation that we have to keep in mind for this section of the problem is that dx dt is equal to u, and dy dt is equal to v. So if I was to fill in, and remember, don't forget this part, that the ai, or the first term, the I term is u, the j term is v. So filling this in now, we know that dx dt is equal to a, and that dy dt is equal to bx. So what they want is the coordinates of a particle. So basically what we're trying to aim for is a x equals something and a y equals something. So in order to get that, what we're going to be doing is to initially get an equation for x and get an equation for y. So I'm going to do it here for this part first, the dx dt term. So I'm going to have dx is equal to a dt. I'm going to integrate this with respect to x, so I'm going to go from xo to x. And then I'm going to integrate this one with respect to t, so t naught to t is just a constant, so I'm going to leave that out of the integration. Once I integrate this, I'm going to have x minus x naught is equal to a times t minus t naught, and I'll finally have x is equal to a t minus t naught plus x naught. So now that I have an equation for x, I'm going to go ahead and try and get an equation for y. So I'm going to basically do the same thing on this side. I have dy is equal to bx dt. I'm going to go ahead and so we have an x term right here. So what we want to do is we want to take this x, plug it in right here. So what I have now is dy is equal to b a t minus t naught plus x naught dt. So rearranging and distributing, doing this FOIL, and then multiplying over by b, I get dy is equal to bat dt minus bat naught dt plus bx naught dt, and I'm going to just integrate this entire equation. So I'm equating this from y naught to y, this from t naught to t, this from t naught to t, this from t naught to t. What I have now is y minus y naught is equal to b a t squared over t from t naught to t, t minus b a t naught t from t naught to t plus bx naught t from t naught to t. So once you get this equation, you simplify it a little bit, you get y minus y naught is equal to b x naught t minus t naught plus a over 2 t squared minus t naught squared minus a t naught t minus t naught. Alright? So, what we have now is we have an equation for x, we have an equation for y, and we have, if we go up to the problem, we have a time, we have a t naught, and we have points. So if you think about it, what we have is t, t naught, x, and y. Sorry, x naught and y naught. So if you look at these two equations, we actually have everything that we need. Also, if you see, we have a's and b's. As you can see right here, they actually gave those to us as well. A is equal to 2, b is equal to 1. We have a and b. So once we plug in a's, b's, t's, t's naughts, x naughts, and y naughts, we should be able to get x is equal to 5 from this equation, and y is equal to 10.25.